Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be showing you the best PvE Warlock build in my opinion for endgame. Now this build is not for your standard players, this is simply for your endgame players that are pretty good at the game. But try it out either way. Hopefully you guys do enjoy today's build. If you do, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel. We're getting close to that 50k milestone and I do really appreciate it. But like all my other builds, I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's jump straight into it. So for today's build, we're over on the Stormcaller Warlock. Now we're using Chaos Reach, which is a really good one in my opinion for sort of your end games. Then for your abilities, we've obviously got the Healing Rift, Burst Glide, Ball Lightning, Pulse Grenade, and then we do have Ionic Sentry. It defeats targets with kinetic or ARC weapons or ARC ability to charge up an ARC turret that periodically chains lightning between nearby targets, granting a stack of bolt charge with each hit, which is really good. Then we do have Electrostatic Mind. Defeating targets with ARC abilities or defeating sheltered or blinded targets creates an Ionic Trace, which makes you amplified. Now these are going to be very crucial for today's build, which I'll show you later on. Then for our fragments, we have Spark of Ions, Spark of Resistance, Spark of Frequency, and Spark of Discharge. Now weapon-wise, it's all going to depend on pretty much what guys you're running in the end games, if you've got Unstoppable, Anti-Barrier, that sort of thing. But I find out that this is probably one of the best ways to do it. I use the Cold Sidearm and the Delicate Tomb. Now in endgame, double sort of energy weapons is pretty good, to be honest. It doesn't seem to be a problem, especially if you've got some mods on, which I'll show you later. And obviously you get anti-barrier with that and your overload with your machine gun. Now unfortunately this doesn't do Unstoppable, just to clear that up, but it is an insane weapon once you get the Ionic Traces and pretty much all the ARC build from this. Once you start using this, powerful foes generate Ionic Traces with this weapon, so that is why we're doing it. And then for a machine gun, we have the Watchful Eye. Now this role is a lot better than you guys think. We have Field Prep, so we've got more ammo, and then we have Rolling Stone. Final blows grant bolt charge while amplified. Final blows grant additional bolt charges. So all in all, very well synergized for them Ionic Traces and bolt charges. For your artifact, you're going to want to put these mods on, guys. Pretty much your Overload, Barrier, and then Overclock and Load, Dielectric, then Photonic Flare, and Flashover, and then Limit Break. Now they're the ones that I do have, and Defibrillating Blast. They're the ones that are crucial for the build. The rest of them, it's totally up to you what you guys want to run. Obviously different people will run different things, but they're the ones I would say are crucial. Stats wise, as long as you've got 100 resilience, this build is pretty good to go. Now obviously I haven't used Geomags in a long time, so I haven't got a perfect roll, but these are the stats I am running at the minute, and it seems to be doing very well in Grandmasters, as you will see. Now I just want to talk about the build quickly before we go into the mods. Pretty much you're going to be getting your super back within pretty much, I would say, 25 seconds to 30 seconds with this build, which is crazy. It can deal some crazy damage and get you out of certain scenarios. But with that said, let's jump into the mods. So for your helmet, we have a resilience mod, double dynamo. Then for the gauntlets, we are running a recovery mod, fastball, harmonic loader, and firepower. For our chest piece, we are then running a recovery mod, harmonic resistance, arc resistance, and solar. Now obviously this will change depending on what activity you are running. If there's more void enemies, put void on. If there's more solar, put solar, and so on. Now the thing that makes this build insane is the Geomag stabilizers. These things are crazy. I decided to put these on with this build and it made it 10 times better. So damaging targets with Chaos Reach extends its duration. Collecting Ionic Traces grants you energy for Chaos Reach. Sprinting while near max bolt charge will grant stacks over time. Now these Ionic Traces mean you will be getting your super back so quickly in the build, as you'll see in the gameplay. And then finally, finally, on the bond, we have a resilience mod, recovery mod, outreach, special finisher, which is crucial if you're running double special. So we are going to have to finish our enemies to get that special ammo back. And then powerful attraction. So that's pretty much the build, guys. All you have to do is keep spamming your abilities, stay in your rift, use your delicate tomb to kill enemies as well, and you will see in the gameplay just how fast your super does charge from this. But leave a like, subscribe, let's try and get 100 likes on today's video, and as always, I will catch you in the next one.
Using pyramid